Well, I guess we know what happened to all those people they let out of the mental asylums in Canada for the last 50 years. They all became socialists. Well, actually, they became socialists and then they became race and gender communists. And if you thought they knew how to ruin a good time before, well, you ain't seen nothing yet. Now, this is from the convention for the New Democrat Party in Canada. And as you might guess, they're far left.
A reminder that we will enforce gender parity at the mics.
Well, gender parity at the mics, that's very important. I mean, how else are they going to make sure that everybody gets a chance to blame straight white men for all of their own failings?
And Adrian explained the process with the yellow card as well.
Yellow card? They must have a ref that hands out the yellow cards if you misgender somebody or maybe use a sentence that doesn't include the word colonialism.
So please remember to give space to those who face systemic barriers and discrimination, including women, Black, Indigenous, and racialized folk in particular.
Well, why would they need that unless they're facing discrimination at their own convention? That's the question. Yeah, I guess they have to police themselves because they're all so bigoted in the NDP. Okay, I guess so.
People living with disabilities and 2S LGBTQIA plus folk.
Man, there's so many letters now. If you were illiterate, how would you even know to cut your dick off?
Our convention has special speaker priority for gender equity. If you identify with a gender other than men for the purpose of the equity-seeking rule, you will have received a piece of yellow card stock during the registration process. So please raise this piece of yellow card stock when you arrive at the mic so that myself and Adrian as chairs can identify you easily.
This is pure comedy gold. So if you identify as anything other than a man, they give you a yellow card you can hold up so they can easily identify you, so that they can tell that you're not the thing that you obviously are. And then they can identify you as the thing that you're obviously not. Welcome to the Progressive Delusion Party.
As New Democrats, we strive to create inclusive spaces where everyone gets a voice at the table.
But really, it doesn't sound like everybody gets a voice at the table, does it? Sounds like you need a yellow card for that. Oh, and I think she meant seat at the table.
There is also a roving mic for anyone with accessibility needs. So please, I think we have set up almost everyone who's got accessibility needs, but if not, please raise your hand and someone will come and help you.
I just don't understand how anybody, disabilities or not, can stand to sit through this pandering. I mean, maybe if you're deaf and blind. No, even Helen Keller would walk out on this. Why would anybody think these people could run anything? I mean, how would they ever get to policy? Because it seems like they just want to waste all of their time just deciding who's the most oppressed. And wouldn't it just make sense that if they all believe the same things that shouldn't really be necessary in the first place? And look, if you were an alien and you'd never seen anything of humans or human culture or politics before, and you saw that they had to have all these rules apparently to keep themselves from oppressing each other, you'd assume they were the most bigoted people in the world. And there's all kinds of problems I can imagine with this. I mean, what if, okay, so you've got a woman who wants to speak, but then you've got somebody who's obviously not a woman, but also wants to speak, but the woman gets to speak first. Well, that would be discriminatory towards the woman who's not really a woman, but has a yellow card. And if I've got all this gender stuff right, the person with the yellow card is actually more of a woman than the actual woman. I don't know. Maybe it would be more equitable if they just gave everybody a yellow card. Or a lobotomy. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.